Doran, but Owner is covering that bot lane right now. Those are some very aggressive plays being set up.
Yep.
Oh, he's out of the curve.
Yep. They're slamming each other into walls, and that is just the quickest of cooks here for Doran. Man, that's like he was making like a salmon steak. You know, you really just want a real high intensity sear.
Well, let's talk methods. But first, very nicely done there by Owner, just completely out of the play, read them like a book. As Sosubro, I don't think he dies, but he's going to take a good amount of damage, unfortunately for him.
Yep.
And 90s, which you can just get all those off, definitely very annoying to deal with this. Doran picked up the kill. Are you like a reverse sear guy?
Yeah, I've recently got into
also getting reverse seared.
Yeah, this is the reverse sear as well, because this is Doran getting seared. He was greeting for a minion wave that he wasn't allowed to walk up to.
Doran, you have a job. It's to get POM, okay? I want to vote for you.
Hey,
game number 1.
He's 100% kill contribution, 100% death contribution.
We cannot give him credit for the first kill. That was always jungler, okay?
I don't know. I see a 1 in the left-hand column, Chronicler. Where do you think the 1 is?
Don't you be a scoreboard, Andy. Don't you dare.
I went to the school of Daniel Orks Harrison, okay? And outcome-based assessment is our pledge, you know? To stay unbiased. It's Emperor's Divide going to come on through there, and oh my goodness! It's the combo, and it works out gloriously as BNK not going to be able to find too much here towards the top side. His owner is going to just shove Vikler into the wall. He's going to get convinced to leave this area, but already has done a fair bit of work.
Oh, even Owner. Yeah, Owner does have to leave.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't Vikler. Vikler didn't really mind about the whole situation.
No ult for Owner, so not ready to worry. We're 2v2ing here with Jace.
Yeah, not sure about this one, as the exhaust does come on through. Gumayusi trying to stand his ground as Sobro flashes away. Gumayusi gets into the mist, flashes up, but he does get the heal. And still Gumayushi's going to be able to pick up the kill now with Piercing Darkness. And look at the heals that come in the whole time from Gumayusi and Carrier. And Guma, get back here! What are you doing? You're going to kill him! Instead, the red dots.
Also, Diablo was like, oh, kills for me. Sobro, as a challenger player does, tries to flip. Flip doesn't work. Very unfortunate. The exhaust really paying off there for T1. Otherwise, pretty sure that that play would not have worked out. The advantage, though, for Sobro is that he is a top laner, which means he has TP. So this entire wave is going to get shoved into the turret. He's also going to get tempo on the next.
So good, and now it feels absolutely horrible as Raptor comes in. Gumayusi might be dead, as he's going to see what he can do. But the heroic charge going to be enough there. Supportal combat will complete the play. And out goes Vikler here as Doran says, no, not my lane, sir. That is illegal.
So I want to say it's still trade up. I'm not sure. It depends on whether Sobro can catch the bot wave, but if he can...
My issue is, so this game is a bit skewed, is it not?
Yes, we have very clear skewing going on.
Yeah, because T1 are doing that thing where they have a bajillion scaling and like a true tank, and like the front line is going to be ridiculous and they scale into infinity. And they now have the first dragon. And so like, if it's even,
okay,
BNK are really far behind.
But I want you to look me in the eye and tell me, do you really think T1 isn't still going to fight every single fight?
Oh yeah, but the fact that they're winning is the huge problem, because I don't think that they should. Scari's going to find the hook. There's the Dawning Shadow as the Impale comes through as well. Diablo will get taken out. They will be able to trade one back because the Keeper's Verdict works out very nicely. But still, Raptor's going to get delivered to this turret, and even though they don't have a massive amount of damage, they are still going to try to go for the kill, but they don't manage to take down Raptor.
1 for 1?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Honestly, like, Raptor saved it. This is very silly.
This game is really fun, Atlas. I'm having a great time.
I'm still confused about where I got the whole, like, the Lucian, Senna, and Viego thing in my brain. Because I swear that was in a cinematic at one point. If he actually did go for the flash, though, he would have died.
Owner. Yeah, I guess. Thank you for small miracles, right? It's, they are already losing
accidents.
2v2. It's not great.
So that's another hook that's going to connect. Man, it's such a shame for BNK that Carrier got the counter pick Nautilus. As Vikler is going to try and get himself out of here. It's going to work for the moment as Raptor comes on over. Doesn't really like his odds.
I do stand by the Raptor on Poppy. That's good. That's a BNK pick.
Yeah.
His Freudian one has a Sundered Sky.
Did you like my joke about the Braum Nautilus thing?
The counter pick?
Yeah.
I'm still a little mad that it's working, so I kind of didn't address it.
Yeah. I'm a bit mad about it as well, which is why I joked about it. Carrier making it work twice in a row, though, is a very Carrier thing to do. He likes to play hard mode.
the same build. I forgot who it was.
Oh, was there a double?
That was a third Senna.
Oh, golly. Was that earlier on? Well, we've got a bit of a fight breaking out here as Carrier taking a fair bit of damage. Over the wall goes the Culling Dub.
Doran!
That equalizer placement. Oh, Doran. POM time, baby. It's POM time for Doran as he picks up the double. And Sobro, he's there towards the top side. He's looking to grab a couple of plates before they dissipate. Got under a minute for that, but Doran's making his way back up there again. Have you got the sheet? You reckon it's time to ride it in?
Atlas is doing some T1 to really solidify this game. As I thought, based on how the health bar looked, that Doran had ulted. He hasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he might have just used...
You know what the worst part for Soboro is?
What's that?
So, in his debut, he played against his first debut 3 years ago. He played against Zeus.
Yep. And now he's
T1.
playing against Doran on like his best day.
Domestic Doran.
Yeah.
And domestic Doran was, you know, we didn't really see him for the first, I want to say like 4 months, but he's back.
Oh yeah.
Domestic Doran is here to stay.
Well, there's international Doran's turn up.
Okay. Even for me, this is a bit much. Okay.
In a movie or something at some point in my life. Can't quite remember where. As Vikla looks for an angle, gets the flash this time. They find another heroic charge into the wall supplied by the Azir. They'll grab themselves the turret as well. BK, some signs of life here as they move into a gold advantage.
I'm going to lose the Otacon for this, it looks like.
Hey,
OTP on
this
Vikla.
gold lead is extending though.
Yeah, that is true. I don't think that'll be enough as Kellen is watching it happen. Mid-lane turret might go down as well. They can go for this for sure.
Well, they've got another pack of
wave
minions.
shared.
Yeah, so Otacon is going to be traded for an inhibitor turret in the bottom lane,
so that's
and an inner turret, and an outer turret, and an outer turret in mid lane as well.
3 turrets? Wasn't Doran still underneath it?
Yeah. So it was the outer, inner, and inhibitor in bottom lane, and they almost get the outer in mid lane as well.
That's very worth.
Yeah, I would say so.
I still don't think the game state's that great, but that's a great trade from BNK.
Well, bless you, Faker.
Okay.
All right, so T1, they opt in for the objective that, you know, will not be respawning, right? That's going to be permanent stats they'll have in advantage. They can have that on top of the fact that they have Soul Point and the Feats of Strength. So just inherently, they have a fair bit of extra power. It's only 1,000 gold in the lead for BNK. The BNK have a whole lot more of an open map to work with now. Inhibitor turret down in the bottom lane just means the bottom side map control is going to be so much harder for T1.
This is gone. So T1, I also understand. Faker is approaching the breakpoint for the stacks. Not quite there yet, but that's not the end of the world. T1 setting up a trap in case there's an overcommitment to BNK.
Yep.
Towards this mid lane turret. BNK not going to fall for it because Diablo is probably going to finish his second item. Are you feeling good about that? There is the IE. We like that setup. Oh, you know, off topic.
Exactly.
It was all ruse.
A cunning ruse.
A cunning ruse, Atlas, as the possible fight. Oh, he's faking it out.
Vikla instead crashes Shelly into a wall. And so just doesn't care about any sort of Rift Herald power whatsoever. She's just going to wander aimlessly towards the turret and die. Because that's what happens if you just crash Shelly into a wall.
RC done for Guma now as well.
All right, there's the Flash Impale! Empress Divine does absolutely nothing as Vikla is just going to get executed by this dragon. 234 stacks, and as it comes in, T1 says it's time to fight. The Equalizer got Diablo out of that battle entirely as the minion wave is getting thinned out. Dawning Shadow comes through, that's going to keep Doran alive. And T1, they can just keep regenning these health bars over and over again. The power of this composition, if you cannot burst them down, is absurd. And now they're going to look for a Mountain Soul. It's game over, guys.
There's no shot you win against Mountain Soul.
Yeah.
One of the big win conditions that are still left for BNK are poke from Azir and Jace. That's gone.
Yeah, that's
your game.
Exactly.
Broadcast
T1,
first.
BNK, Baron. That's all we're looking towards now. Rocks are being thrown around. Faker is flying around. Well, walking at the moment, but he could fly if he wants to.
So, some flapping.
Indeed. Trollwood will be cleared out. BNK,
what about a Hail Mary Baron into an ult from Raptor, into winning a fight, into a game 3?
Into Elder. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Well, you get Baron and then, you know, you just turn it into Elder. Just do that. Yeah.
That would be really good.
Atlas.
It would be really good for BNK if they did that.
Yeah, they do need to get for mount shields on everyone.
Yeah.
They don't they don't have any shred, that is a problem. They have no Cerildas. They have no cleaver.
I mean, Diablo has other cool items. And
yes, no, that is true, but like, how much armor? Like even Senna.
Well, Gumayushi.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, not going to take any damage.
Because he has cleaver, right? It's not even like he went grasp Senna, so his health isn't that crazy. It's like what, like 2k?
Yeah,
maybe. But
doesn't really take very much damage.
No.
They do have a Serpent's Fang, so if these shock blasts are going to land from Soboro, then they can at least get rid of some of these mountain shields. But as you can see here, Vikla is going to need a few extra autos to be able to get through.
That's carry by the way. That's not farming Nautilus. That's a normal Nautilus.
Yeah, this one does have a Walker though. Soboro going to dive in on top of Doran here. Let's see who wins this 1v1. As Equalizer goes down and Soboro is just dead, ladies and gentlemen. Back on POM duty here is Doran. He's like, I gave you guys a shot, but now I'm just going to pick up solo kills in side lanes. Look to take him down.
I think Soboro also he's doing his best for top lane. You know, top lane sake on POM, they're not too hot.
There we go.
It's really just Zeus.
Look at how unfair that is, by the way. Diablo, absolutely zero options as far as being able to respond to Gumayushi at all at this point. The range advantage is just
I know the gold lead on paper is like 2.5k, but it's the stacks, it's Mountain Soul, and it's also Archon, we haven't even really mentioned, and a trait.
Something has to be
done.
This
is what I'm talking about, the voices are starting, Atlas! There, you can start the objective, come on!
Oh, you're talking about the voices in your head are coming back, is that what you're saying?
Our head, yes. Don't pretend you're any better than me.
No, I try to hide mine,
don't.
Right. Fake is going to get flashed on. That could be the opportunity here, as they do get a nice double knock-up. But that's it. That's the initial salvo. They almost got through it. Dragon Shield. Ono is actually taking real damage though. But here is the equalizer. My God, the value is disgusting as his Flame Spitter comes down as well. Now it's Gumayushi untouched. They manage to get the Impale off. Down goes the Skarner, but that is all they're going to get as Soboro. He's just looking to make his way out. It is a 1-for-4, and T1 will now march up this bottom lane. They can take themselves an Elder Drake if they'd like to. The Rift is their oyster.
T1 really playing it safe here. No one to
Rumble is a problem, man. I mean, I guess not a problem anymore because they're about to just walk down towards this Baron, kill that, then wander down the mid lane and win the game. But Doran does so much damage, dude. It is absolutely nutty. Faker here towards the top side of the map, just looking to cook these minions, get this wave in order. And the Baron, I don't think, is going to be addressed whatsoever here by BNK. Everything is so dark, and it is most certainly full of terrors in that jungle. Faker flapping after Vikla here as a Hex Flash opportunity.
That was
area, but doesn't find the angle.
By the way, that was oh god, one achieve.
Yeah,
that's a scary sneeze, Atlas.
1 minute and 20 seconds of Elder Dragon. Well, actually, infinite time of Elder Dragon because Faker is there. So that's kind of permanent, a little bit. It's a bit silly, now that we think about it. Of course, you do need to take the time to get there. The Smolder's inevitability is reminding us how that Smolder meta felt as that inhibitor turret going to go down, and BNK just watching their options slip away if there were any left to begin with. Mom goes down, and so do the Nexus turrets. There's a hook. Kellen going to be flashing away here as the Equalizer has taken them to half health on its own. It's on, like they're almost about to die to just the Equalizer and an Elder Dragon.
Turret still standing, trying to hold on. And T1, still 30 seconds, they can try and play.
Oh, Carrier, that was so weird, but I loved it. He manages to find the stun onto Diablo as well. The Impale connects onto 2. The bottom lane is melted in an instant as the Emperor's Divide does nothing. There goes the Nexus turret. That is the clean ace, and T1 will scale their way to a 33.